Hi, so this week I'm going to explain the idea behind the patch that I put on last week. You can go and watch the video with some demos of it, but I'm going to do some demos at the end as well. It's essentially using the Turing machine. If you don't know what the Turing machine is, it's a stepped random voltage generator. So you feed it a clock and it'll spit out random voltages, and then you can lock those voltages and it'll repeat a certain number of them. So it's good for making melodic sequences and adding randomness to anything. But I thought if it's repeating itself, then if you clock it at audio rates, it's going to also make a tone. So that's what I wanted to experiment with, and that's kind of the basis of this patch. So I'm going to walk through what you need to patch and how to make it work. So you're going to need some sort of square wave oscillator that can track pitch. I'm using the Omicron from Dreadbox. A Turing machine, this is the old version, there is a newer version as well. And then anything else you want to use to shape the sound, like envelopes, filters, VCAs, things like that. I've also got a sub-octave generator, which I might throw in, but obviously you don't need something like that. So the first thing I'm going to do is take the pitch from my beat step and plug that into the pitch input on the oscillator. I'm also going to take the gate and plug that into the envelope, just for later. I then want to plug the square output into the clock on the Turing machine, because that's what's going to be clocking it at audio rates. And then I'm going to take the output of the Turing machine and put that into the filter. I'm actually going to put it through my octave generator first, but it can go straight to the filter. That's not a problem. And then plug the output of your filter into your mixer, and you should be able to hear it. So I'm also going to plug the output of my envelope into the CV on my filter, so that I can actually play it a bit more. So this is what it sounds like to start with. So straight away it's a completely different type of wave to anything I could get from my analog oscillator. Another cool element of it is essentially every time you unlock and lock it again, it samples a new wave, so you get slightly different sounds. So I'll demonstrate that now. So yeah, you can get sort of thinner sounds and fatter sounds. They all sound quite pulse width modulation, square wave type sounds, because it is all sharp edges. Also, if you flip it over to the other side, it gives you an octave lower than that side. So that's the right side, but if I go to the left, and the octave below is more unstable, there's more noise in it, it's not as much of a tone, but you can still play it, and it can be a sort of slightly glitchier sound. Another cool trick is if you move it so that it is just between locked and unlocked, it constantly slightly changes it, so it sounds like another sample and hold within the sample and hold. So I'll try and demonstrate that now. So yeah, it can be quite a sort of evolving bass sound to use, especially if you get it in that sweet spot. And yeah, I just think if you've got one lying around and you don't need any randomness, it's a cool way to add a completely new character to an oscillator. So it's something I might use more and more. So thanks for watching, and I'll play out with a bit of this.